Afternoon. It feels a long time since something I've been.
I've done for you.
Have you?
Ask AJ. Yeah, welcome to another Ask AJ. Speedy one today because Phil is rushing out in the next 6 minutes to a beautiful home in Crook.
I hope it's beautiful. I haven't been yet.
I'm going to guess it is.
So am I.
I've stalked it. We've driven past it. We've looked on Google Earth. If you know anybody who's got a beautiful home, then please put them in touch with us because we do like beautiful homes. And we can't say where we've been this morning. We've been to an incredibly important house. And it's probably the most important house in my career. So it must be the most important house of your career. Because it's a grade 1 listed. And I have never, well, I've never sold a grade 1 listed. I've been in them because they tend to be National Trust houses. So we've got a little bit of information here about listed homes, which we thought you might be interested in. What I don't know is actually how many listed homes are there in the country. Maybe you could find that out for us, Michael. Because I don't think I've got that information. But we've got a bit of a crib sheet put together by Edward. He's so efficient. He's got photographs on it. And first of all, what does a listed building mean? Do you know?
My understanding is that it is literally a list of properties around the country that in the mid-20th century, is that right? It's my understanding anyway, that someone drove around and any property with particular character or historical importance that they felt they wanted to preserve in its current condition, they would add it to a list and that then had restrictions on. So there are properties around the lakes and around the dales that should be listed, definitely should be listed, but because they're far away from a road or hidden behind trees, they missed the list.
Well, the man with the list missed them off the list.
Yes.
So they're lucky. Is it harder to sell a listed home?
Grade 2 listed, I don't think, in our experience, no. Certainly doesn't affect the value. We definitely get questions around the listing and what it means, but grade 2 listed is pretty loose, generally speaking. You can, and usually it's protecting the features that the buyer of that house would want to keep anyway.
That's a good point.
So
yeah, so for example, if it's got an extra tall chimney, that would be part of the listing, or if it's got a spice cupboard, that might be part of the listing.
Yeah, or stairs or
so it's not necessarily the whole house that's listed. Sometimes it's particular parts of the house. So what this crib sheet says is an older building is more likely to become listed, of course. Well, because there are some architecturally designed houses that
that
I would imagine would be listed straight away.
How often do they be listed, or do you have to be told on?
There's 400,000 listed buildings in England. Thank you very much. So it's more likely to be listed if it's special historical interest.
And 2 no, and
special cultural interest.
10,000 grade 1.
2.5%.
Yeah, I don't know actually. I'll tell you why though. I'll tell you why that's true. Special architectural interest, or they're deemed to have national importance. So there's 3 different levels of listing: grade 1, grade 2, and then grade 2 star. And actually, it's the other way around. But it's grade 1, grade 2 star, grade 2 in terms of the limitation. So grade 2 is 92% of all the listed homes in the UK. So if you see a grade 2 listed home, it's probably more common than you think. It's a vast majority of those 400,000, put it that way.
Yeah.
And most towns or villages will have several grade 2 listed homes in them. Grade 2 star is when there's an extra feature, maybe an important architect, or it's exceptionally old. In fact, it says here before 1700, it's almost certain to be listed, and then between 1700 and 1840, if it's in its its original condition, is likely to be listed.
Yeah, or if it's of national importance.
So all churches, for example, grade 1 listed.
All.
Oh yeah. And then, well, unless they've been built this century, but all churches, sort of Victorian times and before, are grade 1 listed. That, as I understand anyway, and you probably need to check that. And then all the cathedrals, so Buckingham Palace, Sandringham, these are places that are grade 1 listed, and the house I went to see this morning was grade 1 listed. And it was grade 1 listed because of the person who lived there, not because of the actual architectural merit of the house, which was low.
No, although it's a very old property, so it would have been listed anyway because of the age.
That's very true, but it wouldn't have been grade 1.
No, it wouldn't have been
grade 2. Yeah. So if you're thinking about buying or selling a grade 2 listed home, talk to us. We're not experts, but we are experts in marketing, and what we normally do for a listed home is we'll put together a one-pager of what the listing is for that particular home and why it matters to a purchaser. So what's the implications? What body, what organisational body are they likely to deal with? What can they change and what can't they change? If they've never had a listed home before, they might need to know that, for example, if it's got a lath and plaster wall, that might need to be replaced with a lath and plaster wall. Or if it's got natural slate tiles that come from Honister, that might have to have Honister slate tiles back on again, so it needs to be like for like. So it looks good, so it preserves the look of it. What they are very good at though, these days, the planners, and I've got a little picture here of Browhead, which I don't recognise because of the angle, which is a house we sold in Ambleside. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that map on there? And you can see there's a big modern section to a listed home, where the modern section is the addition, and it looks great actually. And the planners have gone, yeah, that's absolutely fine. Don't change the original, but you can do like a bolt-on architecturally designed bit.
They're more likely to accept an extension that's totally different to the rest of the house than actually to try and copy it.
Yeah, exactly. So if you are thinking about buying or selling a listed home, please talk to us. We will help guide you and advise you, and we will help hopefully allay any of your fears and give you enough information to be able to make a considered decision. So that's it. Phil is not only off to Crook, he's then off to
get my hair cut,
and then
home. Eventually I end up at Disney World. That's the point.
Tomorrow,
hopefully.
Tomorrow. But you're actually not going to Disney World, are you? You're going to see the Frey.
In Disney World.
In Disney World. At Epcot.
In Epcot.
So so Phil's a big Frey fan, I don't know if you knew that, I might have mentioned it before. And so much so that my littlest grandchild, Caspian, is called Caspian Frey. I'm very proud of that. It's a very, very good name.
I need to go.
Okay, enjoy Disney.
Thank you.
Bye!